All right, who's in? All right, today I'm doing something different today. I'm doing straight betting. We're doing a straight betting stream, and I'll have some competition here because we're going on pretty much the same time as the ice guys are, and they are fantastic. But I thought I would try this out. I might do this a little earlier from now on if I have some success. But this is all part of bpalpicks.com. I'm going to look at every single game, kind of get a lean on where I'm going for each pick and why. You got Tell me if you guys can see this all right as well. This is the Washington Capitals, the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's the first game up. Um, the what I really looked at in this game was Columbus two plus team total 2.5. Whoops, what am I doing? What's going on here? Matchup. Columbus team total 2.5. If we're Columbus has been a little bit shaky in the goal scoring as of late, a little bit. But Washington, this is like such a bad spot for Washington, I think, anyways. Um, it's kind of an overlooked game. They they don't play well against Columbus. Last game they won 2-1 against Columbus. Columbus beat Ottawa 4-1, 6-4, and Minnesota 3-2. They kind of got their mojo going. Without Boone Jenner in there, you'd think that would be an odd thing that they would do that. But Roslovic is getting his chance up there, which, by the way, would be killer for a prop. Roslovic in this game. Um, I'm not really liking the. I'm not sure about the. I'm not really liking the line here. I'm certainly not taking Washington at 150 in the way they've been playing as of late. Columbus Blue Jackets, the as you can tell, on odds, they got 4.5 to 2 on Capitals. Capitals winning 4-2. Um, but the total's gone over in 5 of Washington's last 5 games. You got to really think that the total, even at 6.5, is probably a pretty good play here. Columbus can put it away. We don't know yet if it's going to be Samsonov or Vanacek, and that's going to make a big difference. If it's Samsonov, I am all over Washington. I'm all over the over here, and I'm all over Blue Jackets plus 2.5. Now, Blue Jackets, the Blue Jackets did play yesterday, and I believe, yeah, they beat Ottawa 4-1 yesterday, and then had to come home against Washington, who is trying to keep. I mean, they're not going to miss the playoffs, Washington. This is actually a really big game because if Columbus does have a chance, they pretty much have to win this game. It's almost like this is like the point where Columbus has to say it's over. Now, Carolina is playing on a back-to-back. They're almost assuredly going to play Samsonov here because they're playing Carolina the next day, tomorrow. So it's almost assuredly going to be Samsonov. Over first period, I'm pretty sure Washington's going to want to get this in the first period so they can start to settle out. That's why I'm a little concerned about the over, because if Washington does get up in the first period, they probably are going to try to settle in and make it sort of a low scoring game so they can be rested for the next game which is a huge game against Carolina. So Washington could be overlooking a tad here. And Columbus really needs this game. For the side, I'd almost just go with Columbus because it's plus money if you're going to go with anything. With Samsonov in net, I'm pretty much always going to be going. With Samsonov in net, I'm pretty much always going to be going team total over or something like that. He's just been horrible this year. So, and Washington doesn't play well in front of him. Now, they came off of a big win over the Islanders. I just get the feeling that as much as I don't think Washington thinks that Columbus is enough of a threat, that they're going to be trying to crush this game. Where Columbus, it's like they're in a spot right now where this is a must-win. And going up against Samsonov, I see tons of shots. I think there'll be tons of shots, and for Columbus, and Samsonov doesn't stop shots well. It's not a good combination. Now Washington is the better team, and if they put their mind to it here, they should win this game. It's why I may just stay off the side altogether. But I like Columbus team total over 2.5 for sure. Dallas, Montreal, I've been going back and forth on this game. I hate Dallas at, I guess I should put up the odd settings for American odds. I hate Dallas at minus 180. They've just lost 3 in a row. They lost a tough one against Toronto. And that maybe they should have won. They need this game. And Montreal's going to be putting Allen in net, who hasn't played in a very long time. Again, this would seem like an over first period. I could see over first period in this game. What's the total on this game? 6. Yeah, over 6 seems pretty likely here. Montreal is trying. I mean, Montreal can pot them. They are playing with a flow that gives you the impression that they can score now. In fact, the computer has Montreal winning this game. The total's gone over 5 at the last 7 Dallas games. Last Montreal lost to Arizona 6-3. Philadelphia, they won 4-3. Seattle, they lost 4-3. I mean, they've been playing over, my God, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games straight now. Now, is Allen going to change that all of a sudden? I doubt it very much. He hasn't played in a long time. I can't see him coming in and crushing it that much. Dallas, on the other hand, have been leaking goals the last 2 games. 7 against the Rangers, 4 against Toronto. I believe both of those were with Ottinger and net. And then a tight one against Nashville, but then Minnesota, Winnipeg, LA, Buffalo, all 6 goals or more. So I think it's got to be the over here. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. I think it's got to be the over here. For sure. Yeah, give me the over on Montreal. And hey, how you doing? So I'm kind of doing a betting one right now. Leafs Addict. What do you got? What score do you got on the Dallas Montreal game? I don't know who's going to win, honestly. I'd lean Dallas, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. What do you got on that game, Leafs Addict? You're a Leaf fan, so you're probably hating Montreal to win. 4-3 Montreal. You're picking the underdogs. All the underdogs today? You think it's a dog day? Nashville. You think Philadelphia is going to beat Nashville tonight? I mean, all these games are kind of tough because Nashville should crush this game, no doubt about it. I think Carter Hart's going to be at home, and he hasn't been very. He historically hasn't been good at home, but he has been better as of late. Nashville has been playing really well. However, they've also been playing a lot. They beat Florida 6-4, which was a huge win, and then Dallas 2-1. They've been grinding it out pretty good. They're in a playoff race. And Carolina, I mean, what did they have? Like 3 wins in their last 10. And those wins were against a Washington team who was in a bad spot. A Vegas team that obviously doesn't have... goaltending is the only way they can win. I got to figure it'll be Nashville. I got to figure Nashville's going to win that in regulation. They just need that win too bad. Like, they're not going to overlook... The only bad part about it, the only bad part about it, if you look at this, they just played it at home against Pittsburgh and then had to fly to Philly and then come back home against Toronto. I hate it when that happens. I don't like betting those games. Those are annoying spots. You got to get everything all packed up, go to Philadelphia. And then it's also kind of an overlook game because they got a big game against Toronto at home after that. Now, the thing about this is that Nashville really can't overlook anybody right now. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm starting to do some picks videos live every once in a while, Rickett. And right now I'm up against it because I'm up against the ice guys right now. So, but Nashville is in. Thanks for coming in, Rickett. By the way, Nashville is in the first wild card position right now. Vegas is right behind them. Dallas plays tonight. Dallas needs that game hardcore. Vancouver, of course, is not really right behind them, but close enough that I don't believe they want to screw around here. They have an opportunity to get out of the wild card spot and jump LA, who can't seem to beat San Jose to save their life right now. And again, it's that annoying spot that they're in. That's what really bugs me about this game. They have to go on the road and then come back home again. I don't like playing those spots. I really don't like playing those spots. They've got a good away record though. Saros has been playing well. And they just had a big win against Pittsburgh too. And a big win against Minnesota. Too bad you got to go, buddy. Are you still there, Rickett? I'll go over these real quick. So I'm going to go Nashville and reg, but I'm not going to go big. I hate that spot. I hate that spot. I for some reason lead the under here. And under 1.5 first period. I think it'll be a slow start as they feel each other out. Nashville will just take a while to get their legs after doing that quick travel thingamajigger. I could see it being under 1.5 first period. I could also see Philadelphia plus 0.5. Toronto, Carolina. I mean, is that kid seriously going to play like that again? Is that kid seriously going to go off again? Usually what happens in these situations, I mean, what's his name again? What's that kid's name? Shalgren. He didn't have great numbers in the AHL. Usually what happens is the first game, these kids, they go off because they got nothing to think about, and then they sort of wake up to what's going on in the world in the second game, and then they get a little bit leaky. The Hurricanes are playing on a back-to-back, though. They got Washington tomorrow, but they are putting Frederik Andersen into this in this game. They're saving Ranta for tomorrow. So Andersen gets a, I believe, rested Carolina team. And Carolina with rest, I don't have the numbers with me right now, but I remember seeing they absolutely crush it. They crush it with rest. Yeah, they've got like lots of rest. Toronto just played that game against Dallas that they played very well. No Tavares. They're sort of playing for Matthews right now. But I just, logically, I can't go against Carolina here. Carolina's getting, I mean, you can get Carolina at minus 180 or higher. Yeah, I guess you could look at it that way. But Anderson has been crushing it too. And Carolina has been playing. I just think Carolina's game does not match up well with Toronto at all. If they want to protect their rookie goaltender and play a defensive game against Carolina, Carolina is going to crush them. I think Carolina could absolutely destroy them in this game. You look at their recent games that they're playing, like they are getting into playoff mode here, Carolina too. It doesn't appear that they're in a situation like, oh, we're comfortable and everything is fine. Not at all. They lost against Pittsburgh, but that was on a back-to-back, and they played incredibly well in that game. So they played incredibly well in that game. It didn't work out for them. It wasn't a great spot for them at all. And like I said, Toronto won that game in Dallas, but really Dallas outplayed them a lot. And I think, and the Shelberg kid just kind of, or whatever his name is, he just kind of went unconscious, which these rookie goaltenders have a tendency to do. I do like the under in this game, though. If I'm going to play anything, I think Carolina's going to be careful. Carolina's not going to go out and run and gun with Toronto. It just wouldn't make any sense. I mean, if you are going to lose, it's going to be because you're running and gunning with Toronto. Toronto's got the better shooters, even with Matthews out. The total's gone under in 5 of Carolina's last 6 games. It just feels like it'll be an under there. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just going to end it. Forgot about that.